Okay, welcome back everybody. I'm here again with a set of more reviews of old things, or at least mostly old things. I would have done like individual videos of each of these, but these things are so small that it'd probably be a very short video. So I thought, okay, I'll try to put a bunch together in one video. Anyway, so today's subject or topic, whatever, is RadioShack things. So these are things that were bought in RadioShack or sold by the realistic brand that RadioShack had. And I've got a lot more RadioShack stuff, but this is just a collection of things I haven't done yet. So I guess, yeah, let's get in with it. So I guess first I'll start off with this 1983 RadioShack magazine. And it says, let's see, exclusive products for 1983 by the leader in electronics / microcomputer manufacturing and retailing. The nationwide supermarket of sound. So this is, I guess, some sort of advertisement for some sort of sound they had, or some sort of speakers system they had. But we flip through it. I may do a video eventually of me just flipping through every single page, but this is like 127 pages. So if I put this in this video, of me going through every single page, it'd be a long video. So, but yeah, these are a bunch of like advertisements for RadioShack. There's a picture, I guess, of a RadioShack store. Let's see, RadioShack is 40 million satisfied customers enjoying personal service at over 8,400 locations in 80 countries. So, a bunch of things you can buy here. RadioShack, I think there are like a few still open. Oh, by the way, here's some radios here. I actually reviewed some radios on one of my previous videos. So here is some from 83. Different prices too, how about that? Let's see. Somewhere in here is CB radios. Yep, CB radios. Here's some ads for CB radios for your car. And it makes sense because 83 was still around the time of where all the trucking and CB radio craze was at its height. Well, I guess it was sort of declining at this point, but still though, it was still more popular than it is nowadays. But they have some things you can buy here. Whoops. Let's see. What is this? Install your own perimeter. Install your own perimeter. Type home alarm panel. It's like a tongue twister there to say that, at least to me it is. So I guess it's like before a lot of the more modern like home alarm systems. Let's see. Pepsi bottle radio. How about that? Look at that. I'd like to get one of those. Classic Rolls-Royce radio. Wow. These are actually really cool looking through all these. I like to see a lot of these things. Wow. But yeah, these are, this is a magazine, I guess it came in the mail, or something like that. Maybe, yeah, I'm sure it did. And it's RadioShack. Very cool. Very interesting, from 83. 1983. It's still in pretty good shape, actually. There's a couple little places where it's kind of worn, like there's a hole right there in the cover, but hey, that's not in that bad a shape. Alright, very cool. Okay, next, I guess I'll go with this. This is a realistic brand, so RadioShack, so realistic stuff. I think that realistic was actually a RadioShack brand of things, kind of like Great Value is to Walmart. And so this was a thing for music, or like for instruments, like a microphone, and this came out in 1990. It is sort of like a electronic reverb control box. You can have like the microphone volume, I guess, that's the volume, yeah, the delay, the repeat, and the depth. You have this on, off, and battery check. Now, of course, I don't actually have batteries in this thing right now. I can show you where the batteries go, though. Hang on. Let's see. Back here, you'd have, looks like, 6 AA batteries. I think it's AA. It's upside down, first of all. Yeah. Well, hang on. 3A3. That's not... I think it's still AA. I don't see how to be AAA or something like that. But... flip this back on here. But yeah, I guess you put, oh, here's some ports here at the top. We got a DC 9-volt jack, place like plug-in power. A thing for line out, so if you have something like a microphone cord or something that goes out to a microphone or whatever. And then a line in port. And then, oh wait, here's microphone out, mic in. I guess those are something, maybe for speakers, I guess. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, speakers, because that would control all the sound you'd have here. Yeah. But yeah, very cool. Standard phone jack right there. 2 phone jacks. Electronic reverb, custom manufactured in Japan for RadioShack RadioShack, a division of Tandy Corporation, Fort Worth, Texas. Very cool. Very interesting. I'm sure it still works, honestly. I mean, I need to find some batteries at some point and do an updated video and show this thing working. But yeah, very cool. From 1990. Very cool. Okay, so here we have... Okay, this is actually really cool here. Okay, I guess I'll go to this next. So this is a RadioShack, late 80s. I couldn't figure out the exact year. I think it's late 80s. By the way, if anybody down below sees where I missed something or have made a mistake in the years these came out, let me know down below. So, anyways, this is a universal 3-in-1 football remote. The football is actually kind of squishy, actually. And you have a button for TV, VCR, cable, and power. And so, you know, and within all the numbers 1 through 9 and 0, enter, volume, mute, everything like that. And you can tell there's a remote under here. I think the batteries have gotten kind of corroded in here, so I'm going to try to work on this and maybe get it to work for my TV at least, to cut that on and off. Because VCRs are kind of obsolete nowadays. Well, yeah, obsolete, and cable is sort of obsolete now. Although people still have VCRs, I got one and I play around with it sometimes. But here's where you would put just a Velcro strap or thing back here, Velcro opening. And here's where you put the batteries in at. It takes, I think, one screw. Yep, a screw right there. And this says batteries required, 2 AA or DC 3-volt batteries, made in China. But very interesting. I guess, I mean, admittedly, I don't know if it's actually the main purpose for it, but I bet you could do this. So, like, let me get Hess to. Yeah. Yeah. Catch. There we go.
Is this a remote?
Yeah, it's a universal remote from RadioShack.
Oh, that's cool.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Whoops. There we go. Got it. All right. Thank you. Like I say, I'm not sure that's the main use for it, but that could be a use for it if you wanted it to. Although I guess I'd be a little careful about throwing it anywhere near things that could break, or this thing could break actually if you hit the ground really hard. I don't know, but very cool though. There's like the little, like, I guess it's infrared like they're on all remotes. Sensor, not sensor, like a light. I guess that goes to the TV, whatever. This is actually a wireless. There we go. I'll keep that. Put that in mind. Wireless. So I guess it's late 80s, early 90s. But very cool, very interesting. Here's the tag down here. It says RadioShack 3-in-1 football remote, made in China, for RadioShack Corporation, Fort Worth. I guess all these. Oh yeah, I guess it's where RadioShack was like headquarters was at, or were at in Fort Worth. But yeah, very cool. Nice foam football universal 3-in-1 remote for TV, VCR, cable, and power. Or well, power is just on and off. All right, okay. Moving right along here. Let's see what we got next here. I guess we got this. I'll go over this now. This is from, I'm pretty sure, 1980, the year 1980. This is a remote-controlled Porsche racer, and it's a RadioShack. Up there, the fence says RadioShack radio-controlled, and 928. I think that's like the type of car or thing it was. There's the antenna right here. Here's the controller. I'll go over that in just a second here. Now let's see. Micronta. Wait. Micronta, whatever. The back has a little thing that says Tandy on it, like for the Tandy computer and the Tandy Corporation. There's the TRS-80. I guess it's the kind of like model number it is. TRS-80. Shell. Okay, so the bottom here. By the way, this actually does not work. There's something I guess messed up with the interior. I put batteries in and it doesn't want to seem to work with me. But you have an on and off switch right here, on and off right there, and then you put your batteries in right here and take this cover off. Here's you put your batteries in. It takes 4 C batteries and 1 9-volt battery right up there, and I'll show you. Let's see if I can take these out of here. Got a little diagram here. Whoops, there's a 9-volt battery out of there. So the 2C batteries facing this direction, like that direction, is for forward and left turn. And so if you just put those two in, I guess you could control it to just forward and make it go left in circles, I guess. And then if you wanted to have the full thing, you could have the other 2 batteries on top of those, which are facing this way. Let's see if I can hold this right. Hold this. without blocking too much, facing that way, and that would control the reverse and right turn. So if you put all these in together, oh, by the way, the 9-volt is for the remote control. But if I put all these in together, so right now I only have the forward and left turn batteries in, and now I have the reverse and right turn in. Very cool, very interesting. Here's a little like, what do they call this? Made in Hong Kong, but like if you have a social, like if it wants to pull a certain direction, turn this and kind of calibrate it. Very cool, very interesting. Even though it doesn't really work right now, it's still cool just to have though. From RadioShack. I think there are still a few. Let me get this battery thing on. I think there are still a few RadioShack stores open, but not very many. They're kind of going out of style. I think maybe they have an online store, but I know Gainesville had one where we live right now. Gainesville had one, and then Atala, Alabama had one, as well as many other small towns. Hawkins from Stranger Things had RadioShack. But anyway, here's the controller. This is the controller for the RadioShack Porsche Racer, and it's got a throttle button for either back or stop. It's like it says go, I guess, back or stop. Here's an on and off switch right here, on and off switch, and here's the left or right turn. RadioShack there. The back, it doesn't miss any cover. It takes one 9-volt battery. It says, let's see, RadioShack, division of the Tandy Company, Fort Worth, Texas. This device complies with FCC rules. Let's see, date of manufacture July 1980, Hong Kong. So 1980, yeah. The antenna does extend. There we go. There it is. Pretty long antenna right out there. The end of it's right there. A little loose. I probably just have some glue kind of help hold that in there in place. Let me close this back up here. There we go. And yeah, I guess let's see, I cover all that in. Okay, yeah, I guess on to the last thing. So this here actually isn't really old per se. This is sort of an old concept for things that RadioShack would sell and other places would sell, but this says actually a RadioShack thing. You can see the little RadioShack brand up there. And this is a specific area measures encoding weather radio alert. So like if you had like a storm or some sort of like weather condition you're wanting to track, you could use this. Now this is, let's see if I can find the model number or the category number. It's 12-258. So I was reading about this and I couldn't figure out the actual date this came out. I think it's like the 2000s at some point. However, and I'm not sure if this, I don't know if this is actually helpful or not, but the model that came out before this, the 12-250, came out in I think 1999, and so I don't exactly know where that puts 258 at. I know it's probably in the 2000s or something like that, but yeah, it takes one 9-volt battery. Right there, I got the 9-volt battery sitting right out here. I'll put that in just a second to test it out and show you on the camera how it works. But get the battery terminal back in, or the battery cover back in. Let's see. We have an antenna here. I'll pull that up in a second. Oh, I forgot the ports. There's some ports in the back here. If you wanted to change over to like an actual wall plug, you could use a DC 9-volt plug. Let's see. There's some. I guess if you had like an alarm, like maybe some. I think yeah, you can get like an external alarm. Like if something like some really bad catastrophic announcement happens for weather, you can have it go off. And here's a switch for on or off alert. And I think that's like for maybe headphones or something like that. Or I don't know, maybe. But yeah, let me put the battery in here and I'll show you how it works. So I don't actually know if there's an actual off switch to this. When you put the battery in, it just stays on until the battery dies. So that's why I take the battery out, so just so it doesn't make the battery die. So let me put this nice Kodak 9-volt battery in there. I actually borrowed this from my other RadioShack FM transceiver that I used in a previous video. Let's see. Regular, let me put this. There we go, I think that's in there. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yep, and it's on. Let me put the antenna up. So there's the antenna. That's about how I can't fit it all in one frame. There we go. It's all in one frame now. But let's see, I cut this on right here. There's
coastal waters forecast for turbulent springs to the Swanee River out 20 nautical miles tonight. West winds around 5 knots, becoming north around 5 knots late.
very cool. So that's just talking about the weather. It's some, I guess, Coast Guard station they have. And you got other like different modes here. Let's see. You can select your channel. There's a couple of channels I can reach. Whoops, hang on. I'm still sort of learning all the. Okay, there we go. It's searching. I still sort of have to learn a lot of these. Well, what's going on now? There's for the tone. That's annoying if you heard that all day, but that's the volume for the tone. The volume there. Select channel. Select. Wait. Select channel. Dang, how does this work? There's a volume for the volume for the weather. I know there's a way you can change channels on this thing. There's okay. Here we go. Here we go. This tone defeat. I don't know if that means like the type of tone that it uses. There's the area select. You can change what area. Reminder, so you get like something sort of like, I don't know what, some sort of like weather reminder, whatever set up. Alert mode, so if something actually like catastrophic it breaks out, you can have the alert. Let me cut this off because that's a little hard to hear what I'm saying. Yeah, I'll turn the volume down. So, and then you also have these little lights that light up. Let me just cut the weather off. There we go. Have these little lights that light up here. So you got this. If you got a new statement that comes in, there's a green light that flashes. If you have like a tornado watch or a hurricane watch, well, not really hurricane watch, but tornado watch or something like that, there's a yellow light that starts flashing. And there's a warning like tornado warning or hurricane warning or flood warning. There's a red light that starts flashing. So very helpful. Close the antenna down here. Antenna just clips right into the back right here, clips right in like that. And yeah, very cool. Take the battery out. Oh wait, yeah, take the battery out because I haven't discovered an off switch for this thing. But yeah, like I say, it came from RadioShack up there. It's probably one of the newer things from like the 2000s or early 2010s, something like that. But yeah, if anybody knows down below about anything or this thing or anything up here, then please let me know in the comments. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's this little flap right here. If I can get it open. Let me see. I think it opens up. Hang on. Does this thing open up? Yeah, I think it does. There we go. Little flap opens up here. It says on the rubber thing. It says to PC, like a PC. I don't know if that's like a cord that goes to your like a computer or something. I don't really know how that would work. But very cool. Maybe if you got like power from your PC. I don't know how that works. Power from your PC or something. I don't know. But very cool. Very interesting. Florida, we have a lot of, well, of course, close in Gainesville, really, we have like a lot of like tornado and tornado and hurricane watches and all that. And so this actually comes in pretty helpful sometimes. Like if, you just kind of sit at the house and have this going kind of pretty quiet in the background. But yeah, very cool. There's a battery right here. Let me get things lined back up here. Make sure I didn't overlook anything I needed to do. I probably got a lot of the RadioShack stuff too that I've forgotten. That I'll put in my next videos coming out. But yeah, I'm actually really happy I got this thing here. I'm actually happy a lot of these things. Yeah, I've got a lot of these things here, but this thing here is pretty cool. I didn't know that they made these things back in the late 80s or early 90s. But it's pretty cool. Even if it doesn't work, it's cool to have sitting somewhere. Like a little like museum piece somewhere, have it there or have it over here or back in your. I don't know why I was trying to display it on the table here. We don't have a TV in this room, nothing. But yeah, very cool. Everything here is pretty cool. I'll do an updated video if I can get this back working over here. This working or when I find like batteries and a microphone and all that, do an updated video. for everything. But yeah, I guess with that being said, have a great day. Take it away, Hayden. Have a great weekend. Be seeing you.